one lady does this, and I'll do it tonight for you, but I hesitated. I said, no, let them see what it's like if I wasn't this kind of teacher.
Oh, God.
So we're going to do this, and then y'all can thank me later on. So what are we going to do? But, if I were y'all, I think I would just copy the words in red.
We can go home.
And then go back tonight when I put on the actual worksheet and just slap them down there. Well, let me go back a minute. We're talking about cytoplasm, about the stuff inside the cell. Okay? All right? Well, I'm not surprised that so much is water. About 80% of the cytoplasm is water, because if you lose water, the cell dies. And cytoplasm is usually clear. You can stain it to make it a color, but you can see right through it. You saw that paramecium a minute ago. You can see the cytoplasm. It's just clear. And we are now starting to call cytoplasm cytosol. And maybe in 15 years it'll be cytosol, and what's another hint? Oh, it used to be called cytoplasm. And cytosol in Latin really means cell substance. I don't mind cytosol. It's good. So if you have cytoplasm and nucleoplasm, now I guess you're going to have cytosol and nucleosol. I haven't heard nucleosol come by though. It's still called nucleoplasm, because the stuff inside the nucleus is not like the stuff inside the cell. They're different. It's different looking stuff. And the picture you see here, that's just endotypical cell with the 3 parts outlined. There are always 3 parts to a cell. The cell membrane, which is the part that keeps it all contained. And inside here, of course, it's been stained blue. This is the cytoplasm. And that black dot in there floating around is the nucleus. But do all cells have a nucleus? Some cells don't. One of yours doesn't. Your red blood cell does not have a nucleus. It does when he's born, but as he grows up, it goes away. And when he's full grown, he has no nucleus. That's why he can't repair himself. And blood cells live only about 3-4 months, and they perish. And your spleen has a job of taking the old blood cells that have died and strip out the iron, send that back to your bones to be reused. And then the rest of it, the hema part, is sent to your blood, and then that's then given to your intestines, and that's what colors your feces, the color they are. And some folks have the real yellowish eyes. That's when your liver is not breaking down the hemo part, and that's your jaundice setting in, which can kill you. That's the first sign liver failure is happening, and your eyes turn from pretty white on the sides to yellow. Yes.
So when people have like ruptured spleens and stuff, what happens with the red blood cells?
Well, the spleen is not the only place doing this. The liver can also do it. As you know, there are many organs that can double for another organ. Many folks have a car crash and have the spleen removed because they busted it, and that's no problem. These ladies here need spleen more than you do, or I do, because once a month they have the period. The spleen is your blood bag, actually.
Oh God, are we talking about?
In the hospital, there's a bag inside me, giving me blood. Well, that's what your spleen does. And I have a spleen, but I don't have the use of it that a lady does, because like I said, she's losing blood more than I am once a month, and her spleen is her immediate resupply. Now, if you lose your spleen, then your muscles and your bones pick up the pace, they make blood faster. But you know, you can lose your whole stomach and still survive. You can't lose your whole heart though. You can't lose part of your heart, but you can't lose part of it. You can lose a small part of your heart as long as the chamber is intact. When you give a kidney away, if I had kidney failure and you gave me a kidney, you take up my bad kidneys and add me a third one. What do you do, dear?
You get the bad?
Do what?
I just get a third one. Don't remove my bad kidneys. Why do that? That's just more surgery, right? All they do is give me a third kidney. They put it right inside my abdomen, right inside my hip bone, It's just right down there. And then that thing, they tie it into my inferior vena cava and to my abdominal aorta. My 2 kidneys that are not working, I still got them.
You're probably gonna go over after a while and die.
Well, the idea is, why do I want to go in there and remove kidneys and have to worry about that infection and give you a 3rd kidney too?
That's double
They
cell.
don't. A lot of folks think that. A lot of folks think I'd go in there and get one out, put one in. They don't bother your old kidneys. They just give you a 3rd one. And they usually give you the left, because it's a shorter way to go to the vena cava from the left one as opposed to the right one. So basically, if I gave you my kidney, my remaining kidney doubles the size and does the work of 2. If I lose that bad boy, I'm in trouble. But when I gave you the kidney, they didn't remove your old kidney. They just added you my 3rd one in there and send you on your way. A lot of folks think what you thought, that they take out the bad ones and just hook up a new one, like you replace your washer. Nuh-uh. They give you a 3rd washing machine in there. So you keep your other 2 bad ones. There's no reason because they're not hurting you. They're just not doing their job. And they're not hurting you by being there. And they're not leaking blood. They're not clean. Kidneys clean your blood. And if you have blood not being clean, it will kill you, buddy. Well, constipation kills also. If you're constipated and not having bowel movements, then your large intestine will pick back up all the poisons and send it back into your body. And a lot of folks, I know constipation is uncomfortable. It's also life-threatening. It's life-threatening. And with diarrhea is too, of course. With diarrhea, you die because you're losing electrolytes. In constipation, you're killed because your body's reabsorbing all those poisons. Many truckers who drive on the road and they can't stop when the move hits them, they sit there and they stifle it. They say, no, they can't go. And there's nothing more miserable than having to have a BM, but nothing happens. You feel terrible. I know you do. And I know it's some people, they get a chuckle out of it, but it's not funny at all. It happens to. All right. The term cytoplasm is more like a soup. With a lot of stuff floating in the soup. So go ahead and, when you're smart like she is, take a picture of the slide. Otherwise, just be sure and hit the words. Now you got to remember now that on your outline they don't appear in this order, right? See what it says, fatty membrane? That might be in the very middle of your sentence. What I'm saying is that these 4 over here on the left side are not on the left side on the handout. So keep in order. As you read them, that's what you're going to do, keep in order. So write this one down first, write that one down next, write this one down next, fatty membrane, and then that's last, and you're fine. When you plug them in, they'll read and they'll make sense. And those little bitty things inside a cell that keep that cell alive, those organelles, they're kind of like your organs, but they're little, so we call them organelles. Because see, your organs are made of cells. Well, these things are in a cell. I can't call them organs too. And so it's like a little cutie word. Organelle means little organ. And that's so far from the truth, ain't funny. But they do, those organelles do for the cell what your cells do for you, what your organs do for you. I mean, the organelle in that cell, the mitochondrion, and that's the one that for that cell is giving him energy. Well, you have mitochondria in every cell in your body. And every one of those mitochondria is keeping that cell alive. You're only as healthy as your cells are. And you feel nauseated and you feel sick when your cells go on the blink. And we give you drugs and medications because those will reestablish the chemicals inside the cells. And you start feeling better. It's just chemicals. It's all there is to it. It's just chemicals. And the drugs we prescribe Now, if you're not sick, I give you that drug, then you have problems. And that's why you never give a drug that's prescribed to you to a son or a daughter or a husband who you think has the same problem you have. Because there are some medications that I can take and my wife would die from. So when they give me prescription, and if you took my blood, I'm on drugs right now, buddy. Why in jail? They all prescribed. And I have a prescription for all my drugs. Now, if I had prescription for like poison ivy, because I'm so allergic to it, and my son, I gave him my prescription, he's driving that car in a car crash, they find that drug in his system with no prescription, we're going to lose our house, our home probably, because they're going to sue him for driving under the influence, not of alcohol. And that's why you never give a prescription you have to a loved one because, I had the same thing here, taking my pills. It might get by, but it can be very, very bad if something happens and they find that drug. If the drug might have nothing to do with the wreck either. In fact, you had it shouldn't be a problem. So, but the nuclear envelope is what is equals to the cell membrane. As a matter of fact, we spent a lot of time looking at the cell membrane, didn't we? The nuclear membrane looks just like it. It's got the little phospholipids. It looks just like it. And if you look at the membranes that surround the vacuoles and the lysosomes, they look just like the cell membrane. It's like the cell membrane is so effective at being a membrane, then why make a new one? Just use the cell membrane structure to surround the nucleus and call it nuclear membrane. They look alike. They look alike, except for now, the nuclear membrane doesn't have those glycoproteins, because you don't need to have name tags on those. The name tags are on the cell membrane, so if you get invaded by a bacterium, your body reads those and says, hey, I didn't make you. Where'd you come from? Well, kill it too, because that's a bacterium. And if your body finds, if you carry a baby, and that baby has a protein you don't have, like maybe you're A negative, and he is something positive, you will try your level best to kill your baby. It's called the Rh disease. I can give you a medication though to stop it from happening. Most folks, it's called Rogaine. And people take it automatically. So even though you might need it, we say, maybe it's safe and sorry. Because their old pioneer days, she may have given birth to 7 kids, and only 5 of them survived. Because the 2 that didn't survive were killed by her. The first child is always going to survive. As the next one comes along, when you make the antibodies to fight that baby's foreign bloodstream, he got born before you kill him. But you save the antibodies. So next time it happens to you again, you are so ready for it. And the baby didn't have a chance. But we now have a drug called Rogaine, and when you take the drug for Rogaine, the cool thing about it is it stops the ability of those antibodies, but does not stop the ones for pneumonia. I mean, if it stopped pneumonia too, then can I give it to you? If it stopped all the buildup, then I'd be handicapping you. But the beauty is, it only stops those proteins, those antibodies, that would kill your baby. It's beautiful. I don't know how we found it. I wonder how we found that thing called Rogaine, and I'm so glad we got it though. But I don't know how it works. Most of your discoveries, we didn't go looking for it. We're looking at something else and discovered, hey, look at that, it does something else for me. So many times we have been looking in one area and by odds discovered that, oh, it works on this too. And next thing you know, we use it for that and not when we first discussing it. So I one day might want to look up Rogaine and find out just how it came into possession right now. That's a wonder drug like penicillin was. I know I got penicillin. That was a mistake altogether. And it worked great because we discovered how it worked. And we used that against bacteria. We're going to stop there. And when I come in,